Hey, Jen here. In our last episode, we explored the word beauty and some of the ideas surrounding the concept, where it comes from, how it's marketed, and who the deciders are. Oh, and that would be you. If you learned anything from the last tutorial, it's that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that in God's eyes, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You decide what's beautiful to you, no one else. Having said that, today, we're going to flip the switch, turn things inside out, and delve into the power and the strength of femininity found within, or what my husband likes to call, the aesthetics of the soul. Nice, eh? Now, before we go too deep into this, I want you to ask yourself, have you ever met someone who you would say is comfortable in their own skin? If you have, I want you to think for a moment what it felt like to be in their presence. How did they come across to you? Did they have an easy confidence? Were they able to laugh at themselves and not take themselves too seriously? What kind of listener were they? Did they come across as unaffected? Did they handle a compliment graciously? Now, turn it around, ask yourself, how did you feel in their presence? Did you feel free to be yourself? Did you feel better for having been around them? Did they bring you a sense of calm? Did you feel more comfortable in your own skin? Did you feel more at ease, peaceful, confident? The idea and the sense of being comfortable in our own skin has more to do with our inner qualities than outer beauty. I have known very beautiful people, both men and women, who were so insecure with how they looked, you could not convince them how attractive they were. And if they stayed in that country of insecurity too long, honestly, they became less appealing. It seems to me that as life plays itself out, it's the people with inner beauty and character who are comfortable in their own skin that tend to shine the brightest and come across as the most beautiful. Concealer, foundation, Spanx, filters, Photoshop, whatever. All of us have done it. All of us have found ways to enhance the way we look. There may be many different reasons for why we try to enhance our outer beauty, but the truth is none of those things give us the quality of character we're looking for, that which enhances the aesthetics of the soul. It's great to look your best, take care of yourself. When you look good, you feel good. I don't deny it. I'm right there with you. It increases your level of confidence, your well-being. But what happens when you get home and the cake face needs to come off? The fake nails start growing out, when you've got to take the falsies off, when all the enhancements go away. You're alone in your room, bare in your own skin. What's in your skin better be holding up the foundation of your soul. Get it? Got it? Good. Popular culture dictates beauty standards, norms, and expectations. But as we know from our last episode, it's constantly changing, and more often than not, it's manufactured. It's a lie told to get you to buy. Sometimes we're so driven to distraction by the outside influences that keep us focused on our outer beauty that we forget 185% of our beauty is derived from sources other than our skin and clothing. Right now, you might be asking yourself, 185%, what is she talking about? Well, look at the beauty game like the music industry. Every time a song is played, money is generated. Performance, record sales, iTunes, Spotify, radio, it all makes money, but it is derived from and divided into two. Yes, two 100%. 100% for the writer's share of the publishing and 100% for the publisher's share of the publishing. Every time a person writes a song, the publisher's monies more often than not are paid out to the publishing company that promotes the record and sells the song. The writer, on the other hand, is entitled to 100% of the writer's share of the publishing money, that is, unless they're swindled out of their publishing by signing a sketchy deal with a sketchy label. Take TLC. T-Paw's, Left Eye, and Chili inspired a whole generation of young women by providing purposeful and powerful representation in popular culture. Yet, despite them being groundbreaking, paradigm-shifting artists, TLC was manipulated by big business. Crazy Sexy Cool grossed millions. The group was the biggest selling girl group of all time, but their paychecks were a cry for help. The girls raked in a mere $35,000 each after Crazy Sexy Cool went gold, but had debts that amassed $3.5 million. Hence, the group was forced to go into bankruptcy. To me, beauty lines up the same way. We as individuals are made up of 100% outer beauty and 100% inner beauty. Our outer beauty is derived from such things as our physical appearance and our choice of clothing. But our outer beauty is not just derived from these two ideals. Our culture might have you believe this, and corporate might promote it as a different kind of truth, but the real truth is that our actions make us more outwardly beautiful. You might say that our physical appearance, clothing, and makeup make up 15% of our outer beauty. The rest is derived from who we are, what we do, not how we look. Have you ever seen a sexy woman or a hot guy and were attracted to the physical appearance, but once they started speaking, you're already planning your exit strategy? Looks only get you so far. After 10 minutes, you better know something. The Apostle Paul speaks of faith, hope, and love as being the three most important qualities. Added to that are the fruits of the Spirit, which also include joy, peace, patience, kindness, faithfulness, and self-control. These traits both beautify us and those who we come into contact with. As women, we can and should be beautiful. God designed us that way. Our skin, our hair, and other features were created to be supple and appealing, and our bodies are fashioned to be attractive and beautiful to men. That's the design the Creator had in mind, and most women want to enhance that. But makeup, clothes, and hair are not our only enhancers. God is not just a one-note piano. Let me tell you a story. I'm just married, barely, January of this year. Now, I love my man, but to be honest with you, what drew us to one another was not physical appearance. I was not his suit, and he was not my type. However, as we got to know each other, we realized that we had never been so sincerely loved by another. In each other, we found a place we like to call home. I got all the inner qualities I ever wanted in a man, and over time, he became my type, and he got a new brown suit. Now, when I look at my hubby, I see the sexiest and most handsome man ever. But both he and I had to put aside what we thought was good in order to receive God's best. Always remember, his ways are not our ways, and what is good is often the enemy of the best. The scriptures also speak of women whose beauty was enhanced as they stepped out in faith, hope, and love. Esther, she's remembered for her courage. Now don't get it twisted. Esther was a beautiful woman, and that's why she won the favor of the king. But her physical appearance was only a minor part of what made her beautiful. Even when she became queen to a foreign king, she remained loyal to her uncle Mordecai and the Jewish people. In a nutshell, because of her courage, the entire nation of Jewish people were saved. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. You can find that in Proverbs. Those who look to him are radiant. That's in the Psalms. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. That is in 1 Samuel. Physically, we do the best with what we've got, but when it comes to our appearance, outer beauty is within the reach of any woman. Why? Because it's what we do and who we are on the inside that truly makes us beautiful. Oh, and one more thing. As all our lives ultimately end up in judgment, having good judgment is also extremely attractive. It's needed in many areas of life. Moral issues, financial wisdom, choice of friends, dealing with others, where we work, who we marry, and where we worship. A woman of good judgment equals a woman of great value. Why? Because she can be trusted to do the right thing. I'm going to leave you with this. In Mark 14, we find Jesus being anointed with a bottle of expensive perfume by a woman of bad reputation. The apostles and others become angry, saying the perfume should have been sold and the money given to the poor. But Jesus, seeing the woman's good and repentant heart, stated, "Leave her alone. Why do you trouble her? She has done a beautiful thing to me. For you always have the poor with you, and whenever you want, you can do good for them. But you will not always have me. She has done what she could. She has anointed my body beforehand for burial. And truly I say to you, wherever the gospel is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will be told in memory of her." From Jesus' lips to our hearts, in the end, beauty is something done, not always someone seen. That's it. That's all. I'm good. I'm gone. I'm Jen. Next up, the inner ugly.
Good job, man!